Have you ever wondered how recursive functions work in JavaScript? The concept might seem a little daunting at first, but fear not. By the end of this video, you'll have a good grasp of what recursive functions are and how to use them effectively. Scene script. A recursive function is essentially a function that calls itself until a specific condition is met. It's like a dog chasing its tail, but with a purpose. The function keeps repeating itself until it achieves the desired result. This process is broken down into two main parts, the base case and the recursive case. The base case is like a safety net. It defines when the recursion should stop so that the function doesn't end up calling itself infinitely. On the other hand, the recursive case is where the function calls itself, but with a different input each time, inching closer to the base case with every iteration. Take the factorial function as an example. In mathematics, the factorial of a non-negative integer n is the product of all positive integers less than or equal to n. In JavaScript, this can be achieved with a recursive function like so. Function factorial n equals sign 1. Return an asterisk factorial 1. Console log factorial 5. / output 120. Here, the base case is when n equals 0 or 1 and the function returns 1. The recursive call happens when n is multiplied by the factorial of n-1. Output. With each recursive call, a new frame is added to the call stack. This is a storage space where JavaScript keeps track of all the function calls. Once the base case is reached, the stack starts to unwind, and each function call returns its result to the previous one. Sometimes, recursive functions may call other functions, which in turn call the original function again. This is known as indirect recursion. It's like passing the baton in a relay race, where each runner is a function, and the racetrack is the solution to the problem. There's also a concept called tail recursion, where the recursive call is the last operation performed by the function. However, it's important to note that JavaScript doesn't optimize for tail recursion, which means it can lead to a stack overflow error if the recursion depth is too large. And that brings us to a crucial cautionary note. Recursive functions can be elegant and powerful, but they can also be less efficient than iterative solutions for some problems, especially if the recursion depth is large. Therefore, it's essential to ensure that recursive functions have a well-defined base case and that they terminate within a reasonable number of iterations. In summary, recursive functions in JavaScript offer a unique and powerful way to solve problems that can be broken down into smaller, similar subproblems. But like any powerful tool, they need to be used with care and understanding. So go forth and recurse, but do it wisely.